Hi, what's up guys? So today I'm coming to you with the C-ROC unboxing, and in case you were accidentally looking for a Croc instead of a C-ROC, I do have Darth Gator here. Look out, Darth Gator, here comes Yoda. Oh no.
Feel the force.
Don't.
Guide your
Oh gosh, he's gonna get him. Oh! Darth Gator, no!
Alright, so we're going to open up this C-ROC Cruiser expansion with the M3a Interceptor, and this is our first. I already took the plastic wrap off so you don't have to watch me cutting it open. This is our first ever Scum Epic ship, and it's amazing. So it looks really big too, and so it's nice that we're getting something a little so large, and I'm going to compare it to the other Epic ships so we can get a size comparison. But first thing, let's take a look at the M3a Interceptor. It's our alternate paint scheme on this thing. It's really not that different than the one that we already have, but it is kind of in the traditional Scum-ish, browny, maroonish color scheme, so that's a good thing. And we've got the C-ROC Cruiser here. Originally, wow, that's loud. Originally, I just thought this was another Gazanti. But because it does bear some similarities to the Gazanti itself, but it's a different ship altogether. Similar class, similar size class, and similar in a lot of ways, but different enough as well. Very good paint job on here. You know, this is a lot of detail on this thing. It looks pretty cool. We've got our bases. Here's the underside. And that's kind of it. Now let's, for size comparison's sake, if we put it next to the Gazanti, it is just about the exact same size. Maybe a teensy bit larger, a little bit longer, has a little more parts and a little more things sticking off of it. But it's very similar compared to the Rebel Transport. It's much larger than the Rebel Transport. Well, not much larger, but it's larger. Compared to the Corellian Corvette, it is much smaller. And then we'll do the Raider. The beautiful, beautiful Raider. Much smaller than the Raider. But it's a good size for... It's a good size. Anyway, here it is. Alright, I'm going to set it up over here. Let's pull out the rest of our stuff. We're going to get all kinds of good stuff in this box as well. And if the rumors are true, we're going to have a misprinted thing as well. So I'm going to jump to the cardboard first, because that's where some of the intrigue lies. If you'll notice, and sure enough, we have no blue line on here. Now, huge ships have to have a blue line to differentiate the front from the back for a number of reasons. For one, you can't target the back if your attack would go through the blue line. So if you can only shoot the front, then you can only shoot the front. And the blue line is also there to, if you wanted to reinforce the front or rear section, it's there to basically say which section gets the extra evade result. And yeah, so you are stuck with having a misprinted base here. And what they have done this morning is there was an FAQ to say that this firing line will count as the line. So they don't want people drawing their own line, although it really should kind of come to the middle here. But and there, in all the preview art, there definitely was a blue line on it, so it was supposed to be here. There's just no excuses about it. This was a screw up, and at least this, you know, it is one of the most significant screw ups because it's not something they can just errata. You know, that has to be in a very specific place. We've also got Inaldra, Genesis Red, Quinn Jast, and Sunny Bounder. They're cardboard on there as well. And then some of our Tenseri and Cartzel, you know, our generics on the back. We've got an M3a Interceptor dial here. And we've got some tokens. We got all of some objective stuff. We got some number 67. We've got our inserts. And let's take a look at the maneuver. We've got basically 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s, and it can, so this guy can go fast. And of course, we already know the what the dial for the M3a Interceptor looks like. And we're coming to, looks like a cargo token. And we've got some elicits. Look at all these. These are going to be fun because these have to do with Jabba. So Jabba's going to be fun. We're going to take a look at Jabba. And then we got some weapons disable tokens. And then our huge ship movement tool, some energy tokens. All right, that's all the cardboard. Let's get the cardboard out of here. Let's bust out into some other stuff. All right. Like most of the huge ships, we've got some campaign documentation if you wanted to run some campaigns and some epic games and scenarios. We've got all of that stuff. We've got the book that's going to talk about it. And it has all of the normal stuff that you will have in a rule book that's going to talk to you about it. So that's basically also a huge ship rules primer. So if this is your first huge ship, you will understand what that means and how they work, how to maneuver them, and all that stuff. And I'll probably be doing some more huge ship games. I'm trying to get a large epic game bat rep coming soon because I want to play more epic. I really like playing X-Wing epic because I like having big miniatures. I know that almost sounds like an oxymoron, having huge miniatures, but I like having them. Here, here's our base. And if this is your first epic ship, they use 2 bases to hold them up because they're so darn big. Oh, did we get this one backwards? All right, yeah, we got it right there. Come on, go on in. There we go. All right, it actually seems like it's a pretty good base. There it goes. It's on the base now. And then we'll use the cardboard in between to hold it together. All right. And we've got our base for the M3a, which, you know what? Let me put him on there because I'm going to lose it if I don't. Let's put him on there so he can fly escort. Escort duty. All right. I love the M3a, and this is going to come with some great titles for the M3a. All right. Now with that set up, let's take a look at our big stuff. So I want to talk about the big cards first. So here's the C-ROC Cruiser. We've got all of our upgrades down there. 4 energy, 10 hull, 4 shields. Pretty standard, 35 points. It does have the jam action, which is a good thing. It's got recover, target lock, and reinforce. So lots of actions on this thing. But the big deal here is that we get to the M3a Pilots. So here's Genesis Red. After you acquire a target lock, assign a focus and evade token to your ship. Focus and evade tokens to your ship until you have the same number of each token as the locked ship. So that's very nice, especially against a lot of those lists that want to stockpile tokens and push the limit, target lock and focus, all that good stuff. All right. Quinjast. At the start of the combat phase, you may receive a weapons disabled token to flip one of your discarded torpedoes or missile upgrades face up. So this is our first ever pilot that's really has some kind of synergy with torpedoes or missiles. I just don't think that makes me want to use torpedoes or missiles though, because still, I mean, I have to forego a whole shot just to be able to have another decent shot some other turn. I don't know if it's really worth it. In Aldra, when attacking or defending, you may spend 1 shield to reroll any number of your dice. That's a good pilot, especially for only 15 points with an EPT at pilot skill 3. That's just awesome. Love it. And since there's now ways to recover shields, which we're going to see here in a minute, that's cool. And a pilot skill 1 Sunny Bounder. I love it. And I love that paint job too. That camouflage paint right there, or is it just rust? Huh. All right, Sunny's only 14 points. Once per round, after you roll or re-roll dice, if you have the same result on each of your dice, you may add 1 matching result. So that's so cool. So many ways. That'll just be a really fun one. Like, I don't know if I would bring this to a tournament, but it's only 14 points. So why not? Why wouldn't you? Right? Like the Cartel Spacer is only 14 points. I mean, if you don't mind having pilot skill 2 instead of 1, sometimes the pilot skill 1 is better. Actually, this is a great pilot. Never mind my initial doubts. That's just a great pilot. And then we get a Cartel Spicer and Tensari Point Veteran. So if you want your generics, you have them as well. Great pilots in there. Very cool, very cool. All right, so look at all these cards. All right, first off, we have our damage deck. And this is another reason why damage is important, because you have your rear section and your front section, and now all of a sudden your front is smaller than your rear, so that actually might offset the balance. I wonder, I mean, not enough people play Epic on a consistent basis that the balance is really that much of an issue, but that does, like, if this were a normal ship and had some kind of misprint like that, that'd be terrible. So I have a feeling, I suspect, no, I don't know, I was gonna say I suspect if they do another ship that they'll include a replacement base for this, but I don't know if they're going to do that. I actually, no, I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that because then that renders all the... Gosh, I don't know. All right, so let's take a look at our upgrades. We've got the Arccaster. This is a dual card, and it's Rebel and Scum only, and it's a cannon. At the start of the combat phase, you may receive a weapons disabled token to flip this card, and this is the main side. I started them backwards. And you can attack a ship. It rolls 4 dice, and it's only at range 1. And if it hits, you must choose one other ship at range 1 to suffer 1 damage. Then flip this card. So because it's a choice, and you can always use your primary weapon instead, it's a great way to roll 4 dice and also get somebody else to take damage. So it's like chain lightning. It's only 2 points too. It's very cool. You just can't necessarily use it every turn because it's a dual card. All right. Asmora again. Now we're getting to our special Scum huge ship only crew. At the start of the end phase, you may spend 1 energy to replace a face-up crew or team upgrade on your that you have equipped with another upgrade card of the same type of equal or fewer squad points. So this is kind of a theme here, is that these guys let you just basically swap stuff out. This is the first time we've seen something like this, and it's pretty cool for you just to be able to just swap stuff out. And there's no restriction on what you can swap out, so you just have to have it available. I mean, I don't even think you have to own it. You can borrow it from a friend if he'll loan it to you. All right, Cicatro Vizago, Scum only. At the start of the end phase, you may discard this card to replace a face-up illicit or, what is the big cube? The cargo, yeah. Illicit or cargo upgrade with you that you have equipped with another upgrade card of the same type of equal or fewer squad points. Again, same thing, but different, just a different application. Also, he costs 0 points, and he's not restricted to huge ship only, so he will see some play, especially swapping out your illicits. Whatever the situation calls for. Here's the big bad dude himself, Jabba the Hutt. This is the pre-nerfed version of Jabba the Hutt. I'm only saying that because maybe someday he'll get nerfed, and I don't think he needs a nerf or anything. He seems like he is appropriate, but 5 points, double crew. When you equip this card, place 1 illicit token on each illicit upgrade card in your squad. Remember those tokens we saw before. When you're instructed to discard an upgrade card, you may discard 1 illicit token on that card instead. So he is basically extra munitions for all of your illicits. That's awesome. That's just awesome. Now, there was some questions about the wording and stuff here. Obviously, it's not applies to only his thing. Otherwise, they talk about on your whole squad. But all right, heavy laser turret for the C-ROC only. This does 4 dice at range 2 to 3, and that's not bad. It costs 2 energy, or has a capacity of 2 energy, and it costs 2 energy to fire it. So attack energy. Spend 2 energy from this card to perform this attack against 1 ship, even a ship outside your firing arc. Costs 5. It's a solid little weapon for this thing. All right, and now we're getting into some of the teams and some of the huge ship only upgrades. IGRM Thug Droids. When attacking, you may change one of your hits to a crit, for 1 point. And a quick release cargo locks, C-ROC or GR75 only. And so this is finally, some love for the GR75. At the end of the activation phase, you may discard this card to place 1 container token. And I believe that is the container here. All right. I believe that's what that is. Supercharged power cells. When attacking, you may discard this card to roll 2 additional attack dice. It's an awesome card. Actually, that's really, really good. See, I've seen a lot of these in the previews before, but I haven't really, haven't played Epic since then, so I've kind of forgotten a lot of them. That's actually a really good card. Pulse Ray Shield. All right, we're back off the huge ship stuff now. This is awesome. How many of these do we get? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Pulse Ray Shields. That's crazy that we got that many in one pack. During the end phase, you may receive an ion token to recover a shield up to your shield value. You can equip this card only if your shield value is 1. So that's really nice. It's really nice for a lot of the ships that need it. Star Vipers can take this. These guys can take this. The Curax can take it. Cool stuff. Star Vipers have 1, right? Or am I just having a brain fart right there? Okay, automated protocols. I think we've seen this one already. It's basically like push the limit for huge ships. Optimized generators, huge ship only, modification. Why are they mixing the small ship upgrades and the huge ship upgrades together? Once per round, you can assign an energy token to an equipped upgrade card and gain 2 round when you assign. So it basically gives you extra energy. Yes, we've seen that one already before. Now, we've got only one. This doesn't make much sense to me at all. So they give you the Heavy Sick Interceptor title. Now this is an errated title. This has the included line of increase your hull value by 1. And that's great because the old one didn't have that. But the problem is they only give you 1. And I'm curious why they only gave you 1. When they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light interceptor titles. Why do I... If somebody's got 6 interceptors, why do you give them only 1 of the heavy? I mean, I know that they already come with 1, but like if you're gonna errata stuff, I don't know. That's mind-boggling to me. But anyway, the light sick interceptor, M3a interceptor title, interceptor only, -2 point cost. So you can run this is, and it's nice to see 2 different. I was about to say this is the first ship to have 2 different titles, but that's not true. The Fire Spray has 2 different titles. We also have the Star Viper has 2 different titles, although that one's not out yet. But it's nice to see ships with 2 different titles and have a lot of different configuration options. The Light Sick Interceptor, the M3a Interceptor only title. All damage cards dealt to you are dealt face up. So it's not a good thing just to have a -2 point. And you may treat all bank maneuvers as green maneuvers. You cannot equip modifications. So 2 bad things, but 1 good thing is that it makes you a little more maneuverable. But yeah, you're going to die real quick. And we got a ton of those. All right. Now our titles for the C-ROC itself. Broken Horn, C-ROC Cruiser only title. When defending, if you have a reinforced token, you may add an additional evade result. If you do, after defending, discard your reinforced token. So now, obviously, I'm going to put it on the back because the back is the huge side. Like, I think this might actually make this into a good ship. And if you just turn away from everybody and use your turret to fire, and they're only ever going to be able to shoot your back as long as you turn right. The Insatiable Wart, -1 energy, but it costs 1, and after you perform the recover action, gain 3 energy. And then we've got the Merchant 1. Your upgrade bar gains an additional crew icon and an additional team icon, and loses a cargo upgrade icon for only 2 and +1 energy. So those are our titles. That is all of our stuff. Let's see. Does it talk about what this icon or this does? I gotta find that. There's got to be a rules reference because usually they have a card that talks about what that does. Because I know it's out there somewhere, and I probably just ask on the forums. But what's the point of dropping this? What are you going to do? And I'm checking, I don't see anything in here about it. So my question for all of you guys, if you have gotten one of these, they come with a reference card or not for this, because it's where's the quick release cargo locks. What is the point of placing the container token if there's nothing that tells you what the container token does? And I'm pretty sure they spoiled us in one of the articles, and I just don't remember right now, to be honest with you. I totally don't remember. There's gotta be... Either I'm missing the reference card, or... Gosh, I just don't know. Well, I guess I'll have to research it a little bit. But yeah, do that for me. My assignment for all of you is if you let me know what the container token does, or is it literally the same thing that comes in the Shadowcaster? I don't think so though, because this doesn't look the same. All right, guys. Well, let me know what you think. This is the C-ROC, not the Croc. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the specifically of these quick release cargo locks, and if I'm just missing a reference card for it, because this is the first time I've seen them not have a reference card for something that I honestly can't remember what it does, and I might want to know that. So thank you guys or maybe it's just in here and I don't want to sit there and just read the whole thing in detail while I have you guys on camera right now. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and you have a wonderful day.